A federal government shutdown seems more and more likely tonight. The House Speaker says he does not have enough support to pass even a temporary measure to keep the government running.
CBS 2's Skylar Henry has an update for us on negotiations live from Capitol Hill. Good afternoon, Skylar.
Hey, Marie and Jim, good to be with the both of you. Well, the House Speaker also said that he doesn't feel as if he has enough support to pass a continuing resolution that was proposed by the Senate that would do the same thing, a short-term funding bill that would essentially keep the government open through about November 17th. And that's because a handful of far-right House Republicans simply say those spending cuts don't go far enough.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he needs more time to pass the 12 spending bills needed to fund the government. So he's pushing for a short-term continuing resolution that would temporarily avoid a government shutdown.
We will pass a continuing resolution, bring that rule up hopefully on Friday, that would keep government open, but at the same time deal with the border.
But some hardline Republicans say they will oppose any CR, even if it means a government shutdown.
I'm a no and will remain a no. My advice is buckle up, there's turbulence ahead.
Speaker McCarthy tried to sweeten the short-term bill by including Republican priorities such as deep spending cuts and tougher border policies, but those additions make it almost impossible to pass in the Senate.
The Senate is working on its own continuing resolution, which has broad bipartisan support to keep the government open for the next 6 weeks at current spending levels.
Or we can shut the government down in exchange for a zero meaningful progress on policy.
House Republican holdouts say the Senate bill won't work for them.
We have members that say I'm not voting for CR under any circumstances, even if I agree with everything in it, and the two chambers are a long way apart.
The White House is warning that a shutdown would impact all Americans. One example, TSA and air traffic controllers would have to work without pay.
Look, they're pros, and they do what's required of them, just like our service members in uniform do. But it certainly doesn't help with that safety critical job for them to come to work with the stress of not getting paid.
The White House says that in previous shutdowns, there were significant delays and longer wait times for travelers at airports across the country.
All right, and so if you are checking your watch, Saturday at 11:59, that is when, until the government has to come up with a bill to try to keep the government up and running. We'll see what lawmakers ultimately decide. If a shutdown were to happen, you talked about those air traffic control operators as well as TSA agents who would be impacted, but more than 2 million civilian federal employees could potentially go without pay or be furloughed. We're here on Capitol Hill. I'm Skylar Henry. Jim and Marie, back to you.
Thanks for watching it for us, Skylar. We appreciate your reporting.